at any given time and do this.
I think he can.
You know what I
he
mean?
did it last night at any given time.
Well,
but to ask him to be
the
that person,
right.
to be that person consistently. First of all, like you understand, LeBron has played 15,000 minutes in the last I think 5 years or something like that. So to ask him to do what he did last night, every night, you're asking him to expend way, way, way too much energy when he doesn't have to. Kyrie can put 50 on the board easily. When last time Dwayne Wade gave you 50?
Yeah.
When last time that happened? Kyrie did it twice this year.
3, 4 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
5 years ago.
So
Yeah.
LeBron, he's in a good space. He's in a good space to be who he is because, once again, what's greater than number one? To quote the great Sean Carter.
Nothing. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm just saying this. I mean, you know, when you hear your point guard say, you know, I need you to be aggressive, and then you sitting there talking about, I just don't really like doing that. I just, you know, I don't like to have to be a volume scorer.
And here's the thing: most of the time, it's a losing proposition. Most of the time, when LeBron does that, it's a losing proposition. Though most of the time, when LeBron gives you a point per attempt. That's what he means by volume shooting. He had 33 points last night and 29 attempts. He only shot 13 for 29, so that's almost a point per attempt. Most of the time, when he does that, when that's the case, the team loses. Just happened last night. Iman Shumpert had a good game. Like other guys had good games last night. James Jones had a good game. You had Tristan Thompson
James
came
Jones
in.
had a damn good game.
Tristan Thompson came in and did this thing.
Yeah.
So it was more than just LeBron. It looked different because you saw a different LeBron at the beginning. But for the most part, had those other guys not shown up and done their thing, it would have been the same case. And the fact that Derrick Rose shot a ferocious a terrible percentage. Jimmy Butler shot a terrible percentage. That same pick and pop that they were running in game one wasn't the same move as it was in game two. A lot of factors came into play. It wasn't just the fact that LeBron was extra aggressive, because he was. But like I said, it tired him out initially, and the fact that his other teammates still had to come pick him up. Regardless of the 33 points, his other teammates still had to pick him up in order for them to win as convincingly as they did. Now, I understand what you're saying, because you're not alone. A lot of people want, because for his entire career, what's going to happen is people are going to want him to be Kobe, and people are going to want LeBron to be Mike. But we've got to just lay that baby to rest. We got to put that baby down in the crib and let it sleep, because he's not. He's never going to be that.
Right.
He's going to be this crazy hybrid of Magic and Michael and Karl Malone, just kind of wrapped up into one ball of wax, and that's what we're looking at. And he's not going to have that mentality of a dude that's going to come out and score 70 points in a ball game. It's not going to happen, you know. And it's never been him, and it's never going to be him. Would I like to see it? Like I look back to that Detroit game, that Detroit fourth quarter, that 25-point fourth quarter. I'm like, damn, if I could see that more. And but it's a pipe dream. It's cool because you saw it, but in reality, it's a pipe dream. Because that dude was just on another planet mentally that game, and you know he just went off. But on most nights, LeBron is going to be a dude that's going to get. And here's the thing, he's going, and it's so funny to talk about it this way. Like LeBron's going to give you like 28, 8, and 8. You know what I mean? And to even talk about that in terms like it's not good enough is ridiculous. You know what I mean? That's for anybody else on this planet. That's like an awesome stat line. But because he is who he is, we want to up the standards. Like there's a good chance to.
But that's what I was saying about game one, though. Game one, he had almost a triple-double. That's what I was saying after game one. Like LeBron James had a damn good game by average standards, but like, you know, people were still killing him because they lost. But if they won, everybody would have been like, oh, yeah, LeBron had almost a triple-double last night, and da-da-da, they rolling on their way. So,
but that's the climate of sports. You know, the perspective is going to change a little bit based on wins and losses. That's what sports has done to us now. You know, we every win is the greatest win ever, and every loss is like, oh, God, we're never going to come back from this. And that's how people are conditioned now.
But what's crazy, though, Mike, is that LeBron James has the ability, if he wanted to, that dude could score 70 or 80 points in a game if he wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm not going to say that either, because part of that is this: when you see Kobe and guys who are able to put up huge numbers like that, there's always a go-to within their game. Like Kobe and Mike had the turnaround. Guys like Kareem had the hook shot. You know, guys like, well, Wilt was just bigger and taller than every damn body else, so that was his go-to. Just, I'm up here, you're down here, little white guys. But LeBron don't really have that. You know what I mean? He's like a go-to-the-hole guy. If the jump shot, like against Detroit, like I mentioned earlier, if the jump shot is going, okay, cool. But that's always an if because of how he shoots his jump shot. He has this little fade to his jump shot. It's not like, comparatively, let's look at Klay Thompson, who I believe has the purest jump shot in the league. He's an up and down guy. Everything is very square to the basket. LeBron's not really that. So he is going to be a streakier shooter than a guy like, say, a Michael Jordan, who consistently, that turnaround was going to be exactly what it was. Every time he's going to get you free throw line extended at the elbow and just hit you with the elbow, box you a little bit, and then fade on you. And you just hope he missed. You're not going to block it. You just hope he missed. LeBron don't have that. He just got the I'm bigger than you thing going. And eventually you can't just keep going to the hole against NBA talent. Don't give a damn who you playing. You're not going to keep going to the hole because somebody going to hurt you, even if you're the man of steel, LeBron James. The other thing that was impressive about his performance yesterday, more so than the points and the aggressive nature, as aggressive as he was, only 2 turnovers. That's bigger than anything. He took care of the basketball. We talked about him in game 1 with almost having a triple double. And the crazy thing, I turned on my guy Golf the other day, and didn't even realize that Jimmy Butler played LeBron James, and the way Golf termed it was that he'd never seen 2 stars, meaning LeBron and Derrick Rose, be officiated the way they were in game 1. Jimmy Butler played LeBron 37 minutes and had no fouls, or had 1 foul. Against LeBron freaking James. And that's the kind of stuff you don't notice until somebody points it out. You're like, damn, that's ridiculous as hell. Like, you watch the game and you're like, I can't even believe that happened. Now, speaking of stuff like that happening, how about Derrick Rose hadn't taken a free throw in 3 games?
Right.
That dude hadn't taken a free throw in 3 games. Now we talk about.
Man, it's a lot of stuff going on right now, boy. There's a lot of complaining going on about the refs, about the foul calls and who's going to the line and who ain't.
Well, not even talking about the refs, because think about what we talked about yesterday about Derrick Rose. The jumper was wet on Monday. On Monday, and it's a lot different than the Derrick Rose that made the MVP Derrick Rose that was like, just rack rocking, taking everything to the hole. He's pulling up a lot, man, and when you do that, of course, you're not going to get any calls. You're not being aggressive, and the referees aren't going to reward you for aggressive play. So I just felt like that was just so weird to me that no free throws in 3 straight games. My God.
Well, really quick before we even go further, hold on. I just want to know, because I ain't really get to talk to you yesterday. Did you see that Golden State game the other night, or did you go to bed?
I saw the first.
Well, you saw how terrible.
Half.
Okay, well,
saw the first half.
As long as you saw the first anything, you saw how terrible they came out. I mean, it was just like they just came out so flat, man.
Yeah, it's different, man. But here's the thing, though. Like people don't understand who this dude Mike Conley is, man. It's like when you get your floor general back, and then this dude Tony Allen feel comfortable just being Tony Allen. Like, what did Bomani say? He's like, Bomani said Tony Allen's defense is, he said something about either I'm going to check you and you going to like it, or we going to fight. That's basically my defensive principle. Like, all right. That's pretty much Tony Allen in a nutshell. Like,
yeah.
Klay Thompson don't want no bits of that outside of no basketball court. You know what I mean? Like one day I was looking at what's the name of that damn show where they reenact those crimes or whatever. But anyway, Tony Allen was a part of the episode. Like, and I asked Golf about it. He told me, like, yeah, he was involved with some shooting that happened in Chicago because that's where he's from or whatever. And I was like, yeah, it all makes sense now. Like, he's just not the dude to F with. Like, the whole time during the game, he messing with Mike Conley, calling him One-Eyed Charlie and all this kind of stupidness. And he laughing, but Mike Conley like, dude, you understand I almost lost my eye and you laughing? But he won't say that to Tony Allen, though. He won't do that.
One Eye Willie. That one dude got One Eye Willie.
But here's the thing, like all these people who want to holler out, oh man, Memphis about to get swept. Do you understand what that team is? Like,
that's what I was talking. That's what I talked about yesterday.
do you understand what that team is? Like, you might beat them, but it's gonna hurt. I mean, you gonna hurt after
bad.
you're done. You know what I mean? So yeah. Back to this Bulls game. By the way, Bulls lost 91-106. Series tied 1-1. We talked about Derrick Rose and Jimmy Butler. Crazy thing, Jimmy Butler shot poorly as well. Shot 6 for 14 or 5 for 14. Excuse me, 18 points. Derrick Rose 6 for 20. That's got to get better. Even though he had 10 assists, that's got to get better if they're to win. They fell in love with the pick and pop with him and Pau Gasol, but then Tristan Thompson came to play yesterday. Like, that dude is an offensive rebounding machine. And the other thing he's going to do, he's going to play the 4, which is going to allow LeBron to play the wing again. This is what Kyrie was so excited about, having LeBron play the wing again. And especially think about, again, back to the conversation about LeBron doing more. When he got to sit down there and bang with dudes, bang with Joakim, and bang with Taj Gibson, and bang with Pau Gasol, that takes a lot out of a dude, his body and everything. Mm-hmm. But now, he gets to be on the perimeter, on the wing, doing his deal. You saw a little bit different, a guy in more of an attack mode last night. What else happened in this game that I want to mention? I don't know. I mentioned Tristan Thomas in his 6 offensive rebounds. That's what he's in the game for, activity, second shots. I wrote this down too. Kevin Love. You see him being like a little be worried about this whole, still about the shoulder situation? This kid, Olynyk, he tried to apologize to my man. He's been trying to call him and all this kind of stuff. And apparently Kevin Love ain't got time to holler at the dude. If you guys remember, Kevin
he's
Love
salty right now.
Dislocated. Come on, man. It's like 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks ago. Like, man, now it's time.
Hey, man,
like, settle down. Man, put your panties up and settle down.
Well, that don't mean how to take your call.
This is about being a man, though, dude. Just man up.
Yeah, man.
Like, okay, that's Kevin Love says, he says, quote, a couple weeks ago, he says, quote, I thought it was a Bush League play. I have no doubt in my mind he did it on purpose. Olynyk says that he, quote, apologized to him for the misfortune, and he just wished him well. Now, think about this. Now, take his call now, but listen to the excuse. He says, quote, oh, yeah, this is Kevin Love. Oh, yeah, I'm over it. I'm trying to get healthy. Love said Olynyk, this is end quote. Love said Olynyk has reached out multiple times, and he acknowledged not returning any of his calls. He'll save the conversation for down the road. Right now, he has more important business to tend to. Quote, all I'm focused on is getting healthy right now, end quote.
Yep.
Like, but how much is like a 2-minute conversation going to keep you from getting healthy? That's all I'm asking.
I'm just saying, well, everybody entitled to their personal feelings. And if he don't feel like he ready to talk to that dude, he don't have to talk to that man.
But it's ridiculous. He didn't do it on purpose. That's the most ridiculous part about it.
I wasn't even there, and I looked at it. I saw it when it happened. I thought it was
you're
on
the same
purpose.
Dude that thought that, like, Dwayne Wade dislocated Rajon Rondo's elbow on purpose, too. You're that same dude. Like things this just don't happen in basketball.
No. But I'm just saying, I feel like, I did feel like, I feel like players do take
that he pulled this. You feel like he pulled this man's arm out of the socket on purpose? Like, he consciously knew that if I do this particular thing, his arm is going to come out the socket right now in the first quarter?
Well, I'm just saying, it was the way that he kind of, Mike,
he was trying to pull him away from the basketball.
No, Mike, you even tweeted about it because you know that play. You know that play went on the up and up.
It don't matter if it was up and up. The point is, did he try to hurt the man? Did he try to take his arm out of the socket?
I think so.
You can't rationally think so. That he had a conscious thought in the middle of a basketball game that I'm going to do this particular thing that's going to rip this guy's arm out of his socket.
I'm saying if you lock down on somebody's arm and pull down, like, that ain't no natural.
He was just pulling him away from He was just pulling him away from the basketball. The basketball was a 50-50 ball.
He locked down on his arm and yanked him away. You're right, yanked him away from being able to grab the ball
with the intentions on pulling his arm out the socket. Because that's where I'm going with it.
Maybe not the socket, but I think definitely to take down to the ground. But I think it was the taking down to the ground. But I'm just saying, but that ain't no natural. That ain't like no bumping into nobody. When you actually when you actually wrap your arm up under somebody's, arm
Okay.
and pull that, like,
First of all,
that
they
ain't
were
natural.
both running